When we purchase any sort of food from the market, it may be a processed food, it may be anything like juices, biscuits, chips, and any other processed food. We didn't think for us just second and just consume it. Okay, after cooking. Why means because we have a reliability on that food. Okay, is it is going to be safe. Okay, why means because there are a lot of persons in behind of the manufacturing of that particular food. There are some food safety officers, food engineers, and lots of safe practices that have been implemented before that food is coming to your on table. Okay, so hey guys, in today's video we are going to discuss about all that. Actually, we are going to take an introduction to food safety as well as an official inauguration of our food safety series. Okay, as well as some more important concepts. Just I'm going to introduce with these concepts to you. After that, whatever the videos will be coming on food safety, you can understand them easily. Okay, so guys, first of all we need to understand what is the meaning of food safety. Okay, so see, food safety is a basically you can say it's a multidisciplinary field again. Okay, because people are coming from different backgrounds. Now what it involves basically, so the food which you are preparing or which you are purchasing, it should be safe. It means if you are eating that food, putting that inside your body, which is a very vulnerable element in your body part. Okay, so it should be safe, it should not provide any adverse effect. So it can include three main stages. Okay, first of all handling, second storage, and third you can say it's a production or manufacturing. So while handling, or you can say it's a cooking. Okay, while handling means when we are handling the food, it means when we are transporting it in the food chain, because as you know that the food is coming from the farm to your fork. Okay, so it is going to the lot of persons. So every person is not take caring of safety, that particular food safety. So at that time this particular chain involves handling. So at that time we need to implement such SOP, standard operating procedures, during this chain. Like for example, farmers are there, after that retailers, distributors, and all, lots of food chain is there. Okay, so at that time we need to establish here SOPs, standard operating procedures. So all the guys, all the manpower who is involved in that food chain should follow the safe or standard operating procedure in order to maintain the food safety. Second is storage. Now still storage is a very big concept actually guys. It's depend upon the food, what type of food it is, and we will decide the type of storage which is required for it. Like for example, chill storage, dry storage. After that, different type of storage is there, which we will cover in the upcoming videos. Third is your cooking. Now, when we talk about cooking, guys, there is a one important concept that is called danger zone. Already I wrote here danger zone. So see, what is the meaning of danger zone inside food safety is there is a temperature inside the food safety that is called 5 to 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, if you are cooking or eating the food in between of that temperature 5 to 60 degrees Celsius, it is called as danger zone, because in between of that temperature the bacteria as well as the different microorganism which is present inside the food, it may be good, it may be bad, they will increase, they will just multiply in a very rapid manner. Okay, so you can estimate that if you are eating your food in between of that particular temperature range, so how much bacteria and as well as microorganisms you are putting in your body. So fine. So to avoid, what we can do, so we can, if we want to store the food, we need to store it before below 5 degree. It means if you are storing below 5 degree, it means the bacteria as well as the microorganism will not multiply. They will be stable. If there are around 10,000 microbacteria, or you can say bacteria, they will be 10,000. Okay, they will not multiply. But if you are cooking your food above 60 degrees Celsius, then they will start destroying. So try to not to eat any food in between of 5 to 60 degrees Celsius temperature. Take it more than 60 degrees Celsius or lesser than 5 degrees Celsius. Fine. So we have done with three steps. Now importance of food safety. What is the importance? So see guys, it is very important, because every time when we are going outside in the outlets, in the restaurants, we are eating each and everything. So at the time if something happens here, or during, it may be any company, if any company is there, he is not maintaining food safety, because of such reasons, if they are manufacturing just one biscuit, if something, it may be stone, it may be pin and all comes inside that biscuit, and that particular consumer got some adverse effect, or he complains in the recognized authorities, then this particular thing can totally shut down that particular company, because it's not socially acceptable. If something unwanted objects is coming inside your food, means it is the responsibility of that food manufacturing company, okay, to provide you a safe food. Okay, so importance is everywhere guys. It is very important when you are cooking your food also, at that time also you need to wash it. Okay, you need to properly cook it. If anything is there inside, it should be properly cooked. Okay, it should not provide any harmful effects to you. Now, applications, if we come to the applications of food safety, so it is everywhere. It may be your outlets, it may be restaurants, it may be your home, it may be manufacturing industries, it may be your farms, it may be your poultry, it may be your dairy. Everywhere it is applicable. Okay, so application is diverse. Wherever you will see, you will find some sort of food safety, or as well as food safety officers are also there. So if you are interested, you can make a career in food safety. So hazards in food. So when we talk about the hazards, guys, what are all the hazards? So generally there are three types of hazards, but sometimes we will call it four types. So let me discuss with you. First is physical, second is chemical, and third is biological. Now physical means what? Physical means the presence of any physical element inside your food. For example, some nails are present, some stones are present, pins are present, some maybe metallic element is present, some sort of any dust is present. So that will be called as physical. Okay, it may be physical, it may possible during your initial when we are growing the plants as well as starting the food growth. So at that time these particular things are present. Okay, and again it is a very important hazard. Now when we talk about the chemical, now chemicals means, as you know, that during the stage during the supply chain we are using a lot of chemicals. Sometimes we need to preserve the food as a preservative, sometimes we are putting fertilizer there also the food, sometimes we are using some sort of materials in order to run our machinery properly. So because our food can travel through these conveyors, so food can be contaminated during these stages at various locations. So we need to make sure that any sort of hazardous chemical is not present inside that food during any stage of the supply chain. Okay, so they will be called as chemical. Now biological, when we come to the biological, it again concept comes here is 5 to 60 degrees Celsius. Any sort of viruses, bacteria should not be present inside the food. So that will be called as biological hazard. Now one more hazard is there, that is called allergic hazard. Now allergic hazard is a, what you can tell, it's a different type of hazard, because sometimes we have seen that people are taking whey protein. Okay, they have lactose intolerance, so they cannot take milk based products. So it varies from person to person, and in order to avoid that hazard, it's a different type of approach we will discuss in the upcoming videos. But if you want to away from this particular allergic hazard, you should not consume such type of food, because if you have allergy means why you are taking this food. Fine guys, now there is an important concept too. First is HACCP and second is 22001, ISO 22000. Okay, so see, HACCP means Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. I will discuss you now afterwards. First of all, let me understand you what is the meaning of ISO 22000. So ISO 22000 is a food safety management system. As we know that occupational safety and health management system is there, quality management system is there, environmental management system is there, like that. It's a food safety management which is taking food safety practices and HACCP together in order to provide you a safe food. Okay, now before going to the HACCP in depth, we will see some career opportunities inside food safety. So see, if you have any food science related degree or a BTech in food engineering, okay, then it is going to be more useful for you. But if you directly want to go in food safety, then you can pursue any type of safety diploma with internationally or nationally recognized food safety qualifications, because it's a totally different subjects, guys. You need to understand microbiology as well as food safety practices. It's a very huge subject. Those who are studying BSc, they may be having some understanding of that, as well as MSc guys also, as maybe BTech guys also in safety. Okay, so it's a different concept. You need to study a lot in that. After that, opportunities will be various. Now, when we come about the HACCP, which I was discussing, so HACCP, you will be knowing about that, Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point. So again, as we know that in process industries we have HACCP, FMEA, FMECA, FMEDA. So like that, a tool, HACCP is a tool which is used to identify these hazards. So we need to make sure that during our full supply chain, HACCP is implemented, because if we implement that, we can make sure that our food is safe for consumption. So there are basically 7 principles or 7 steps of HACCP which I am going to discuss with you. First is conduct hazard analysis. In that particular step, we have a lot of persons from different domains, so they will come and conduct a hazard analysis. Now hazard analysis means what? We will find the different type of hazard: physical, chemical, biological, allergic also. Okay, during the food stages. Identify the CCPs. Now CCP means what? Critical control points. It means these are those points during your food chain, during your manufacturing or any sort of food chain process, where the food have the potential to get contaminated or get merged with physical, chemical and biological hazards. So we need to identify these points and establish the limits for CCPs, means how much amount of particular hazard is acceptable, because we cannot reduce the risk to 0%, as you know that concept, but we can minimize to as low as reasonable practicable. So we need to identify that limits. After that, monitoring is there. Okay, we need to monitor that during your whole process, is we are going above the CCPs. Okay, if for example, if I'm monitoring here the temperature should not be between to 5 to 16 degrees Celsius, 60 degrees Celsius. So we will implement such systems, some electronic devices, they can monitor the temperature. Whenever it is going in the danger zone, they will alert me so I can improve the process. So we need to implement here the CCP monitoring systems. After that, establish the corrective action. It means if something goes wrong, for example, if the limit between 5 to 60 degree reached anyhow, so what are the corrective actions that we need to take at that time? Okay, so we need to just tell to them who is going to do their actions as well as the responsible person. After that, we need to see that our HACCP is working effectively or not, because as you know that if we will not update, we will be outdated. So we need to continually work on that in order to improve HACCP. Fine. Next is our record keeping. As we know that everywhere, it may be construction, it may be industry, record keeping is very important. So we will note each and everything. If any food safety audit comes, if any food safety officer comes for inspection, so at that time we can show them the records. Yeah, we have done all that. If anyhow any hazards come, means it's not our responsibility, because doing the best is our responsibility. If something comes in natural, then we cannot do anything. Okay guys, so these are the basic concepts which I told you. It may be some fast, I think so. Okay, so you can just put the speed slow and watch that video if you didn't understood, as well as if you have any doubt, you can put them in comment box. I'll be happy to answer you. So these type of videos, if you are interested, put them in comment box. I'll be taking with you we will discuss HACCP more depthly, how to conduct that in actual way, and more thing about food safety. So I hope you will like the video. If you like this video, press the like button as well as share with your friends. So meet you in the next video. Till then, take care.